McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. He's that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't pull any punches when he called out Floyd Mayweather, casting serious doubt on the boxer's claim of owning $42 million spread across 60 properties. While Mayweather is known for flaunting massive wealth, multiple credible sources have challenged the accuracy of those figures, suggesting his financial empire may be more illusion than reality. Behind the flashy image, Mayweather's fortune could be little more than smoke and mirrors, propped up by exaggeration and empty boasts.
So Floyd is just piecing him up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also, money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity, and that's a tax write-off. And all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Floyd Mayweather's evolution in the boxing world saw him shift from being an electrifying fighter to fully embracing his Money Mayweather persona. Joe Rogan pointed out how Floyd gradually lost interest in the pure thrill of the sport, choosing instead to prioritize wealth and flashy displays. Along the way, Rogan noted, Mayweather also developed a pattern of frequently disrespecting his opponents, further distancing himself from the roots of true boxing competition.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter, and he had a bunch of hand problems, to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my f***ing jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Joe Rogan has also emphasized that Floyd Mayweather is remembered less for his boxing brilliance and more for his wealth. Despite being one of the most famous boxers in history, Rogan has openly criticized the idea of Mayweather stepping in MMA, bluntly stating that he would get destroyed in that arena. This highlights how even respected voices in the fight world have questioned Floyd's adaptability and true skill set outside the confines of boxing.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
In another instance, Joe Rogan highlighted Floyd Mayweather's immense power in the sport by recounting a story where Mayweather allegedly had a referee removed in the middle of a fight. Rogan noted that only someone with Floyd's level of fame and influence could pull off such a move. It's yet another example of how deeply Mayweather's money and status permeate every aspect of his career, often allowing him to bend the rules in ways few others could.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the f*** are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insane.
According to Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather's intense competitiveness can be traced back to his upbringing. With both his father and uncle being fiercely competitive themselves, they instilled in Floyd a relentless drive to push himself in every aspect of life. This mentality helped mold him into the dominant force he was during his boxing prime. However, Rogan suggests that this same competitive fire didn't stop in the ring. It also fuels the way Mayweather chases wealth and controls his business ventures today.
Just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing skill.
Floyd once claimed he earns $3 million every month, even suggesting he makes more than Bill Gates. While statements like these may dazzle fans, anyone familiar with how boxing paydays and pay-per-view revenue actually work knows they're more fiction than fact. Experts have largely dismissed these figures, pointing out that they simply don't hold up under scrutiny.
And Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. There's that. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd has always emphasized that money is at the core of his life. He's even expressed a desire for his children to follow in his footsteps and pursue the same business path. According to him, his main goal is building generational wealth. However, this mindset has also drawn criticism from those who feel he values money more than morals.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts, because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that. And then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
Despite his massive earnings, there have been multiple reports and allegations suggesting Floyd owes money to other fighters. One of the most talked about claims comes from rapper 50 Cent, who alleged that Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while he was in jail. According to 50, Floyd asked him to handle promotional duties during his time behind bars. After investing money into the venture, 50 Cent claimed that once Floyd was released, he acted like he had no idea what had been agreed upon.
We brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. When he comes home, there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
Are we talking over $2 million?
it's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, you know, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face saying he told me to do that.
50 Cent didn't stop at just one accusation. He later claimed that many people in Floyd's inner circle actually don't like him. According to 50, Floyd is obsessed with money and lacks fundamental values. He alleged that Floyd constantly brags about his wealth and status, making it hard for others to respect him beyond his accomplishments in the ring.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your, you know, your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he'll step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Floyd's financial controversies don't stop there. Logan Paul also came forward, claiming that Floyd still owes him money from their exhibition fight. Despite the massive global attention and millions in revenue, Logan says he hasn't been paid in full. This adds to a growing pattern that suggests Floyd's money-centered approach sometimes crosses into controversial territory.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million, Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you or me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar de la Hoya has also weighed in, suggesting that Floyd still needs money, which is why he continues to fight occasionally. According to de la Hoya, many boxers, including Floyd, end up broke because of their lavish spending. Given Floyd's extravagant lifestyle, ranging from cars and clothes to private jets, this concern doesn't seem unfounded.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd has made headlines countless times for his extravagant spending. He owns a watch worth $18 million and claims to have hundreds more, each worth thousands. While these displays of wealth grab attention, they also spark discussions about whether such habits are sustainable in the long run, even for someone with Floyd's bank account.
How much is it? How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
You're the first to see it. That's insane. Dad, 1.8 is high. 18, life. Dad, happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for Champ, Floyd, Money Mayweather. 101 piece. Oh, this is bad.
101.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That 101. $1.8 million.
It's a one of champ.
Joe Rogan was one of many who commented that the fight between Floyd and Conor McGregor was nothing more than a money grab. Floyd had already retired, but came out of retirement for a $100 million payday in an exhibition match. For someone who often talks about money, this was just another example of turning fame into fortune.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
Floyd has never been shy about bragging. He frequently claims that no boxer in history has accomplished what he has. His confidence is undeniable, but so is his tendency to constantly compare himself to others. While this fuels his brand, it also invites skepticism and criticism from those who feel he oversells his achievements.
Still waiting. Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Floyd fought Logan Paul primarily for money, but later criticized Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul in his old age. This hypocrisy didn't go unnoticed by fans and critics. It highlights how Floyd seems to want to control the narrative around money fights. Okay when he's involved, but not when others do the same.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction? When you watch them boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan. And Jake Paul, easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has been open about his feelings toward Floyd as well. He once mentioned that he doesn't like Floyd because, despite being retired, Floyd is always showing off. Tyson's comments reflect his frustration with Floyd's constant display of wealth and status even after his boxing career has ended.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. He don't do drugs. That's his heroin, the gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
Yeah.
Floyd has been business-minded from the start of his career, but the way he's gone about securing wealth has raised ethical questions. From unpaid dues to exaggerated earnings, there are moments where Floyd's version of success seems more about creating an illusion of prosperity than upholding integrity.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.